Give me something to work with here.
I don't know what to tell you. These are some serious charges. Look, we're willing to plead down to 6 counts of possession with the intent to improperly distribute.
Whoa, possession? No way. I don't do drugs.
Drugs?
Frank Donovan, these are very serious charges leveled against you. You're charged with loving money more than God. How do you plead?
Not guilty. What is she talking about?
Your Honor, may I have a moment to confer with my client, please?
If you must, but you know I don't care for stalling, Mr. Williams.
Of course, Your Honor. Look, brother, you need to get in the game here.
What's all this loving money more than God stuff?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. They're saying that you love the bread more than the baker.
That's ridiculous. Of course I love God more than money.
I hope so. They're calling the first witness.
Your Honor, the prosecution calls Frank's money to the stand.
That's my money?
Hey, man. It's your dream.
Please, sir, state your name.
I am Frank's money.
How would you describe your relationship with the defendant, Mr. Money?
Well, we have an extremely positive relationship. I take good care of Frank. But of course, he's the boss.
So you two are close?
Oh, of course. Frank and I, we talk about everything. The future, our goals and dreams, where we want to vacation next, you name it.
Mr. Money, have you ever seen Frank seek advice in your relationship?
Sure. He seeks advice from his financial planner, Alan, all the time. Not to mention the various websites and analyst reports. And based on that advice, he controls me, cares for me, utilizes me as he sees fit. I certainly have no complaints.
Thank you. I do have one more question for you. Have you ever seen the defendant seek advice from God in your relationship?
Not that I can recall, but you'd really have to ask him. I mean, he sends me to church every once in a while, but as far as I know, Frank's the one calling the shots. I don't get the impression he's really into that sort of thing.
The prosecution rests, Your Honor?
Well, hold on a second. I'm good with my money. I give a lot.
Mr. Donovan, I will have order in my court.
Easy, brother.
What about the giving?
Your Honor, Frank's money is clearly a biased witness. Money's been testifying against people since the beginning of time. We would like to let Frank's generosity speak for itself. I like to call Frank's giving to the stand. You thought this would help?
State your name for the record, sir.
I am Frank's Giving.
Mr. Giving, is it true that my client gives a portion of his finances, well, you away?
Yes, every month.
And could you please describe this activity to the court?
I go to his church and various fundraisers.
Frequently?
Sure.
So as you can see by this testimony, Your Honor, despite what money may say, my client faithfully sacrifices a portion of his income to give to others.
Mr. Giving, the defense just made a claim that the defendant sacrifices a portion of his assets. Would you say that is accurate? Let me remind you, you are under oath.
Well, it depends on how you define sacrifice.
Okay, how would you define it in the context of the defendant's use of you?
Not sacrificing.
Would it not, in fact, be more accurate to say that Frank Donovan views money as a tool for comfort and security, that he calls the shots, that he loves and even serves money, that true, generous living is a concept that is completely foreign to him? Never mind. No further questions?
Thank you, Mr. Giving. Your testimony has been most enlightening. You may step down, sir.
You should have pled guilty.
Could have been worse.
Your Honor, I would like to call a rebuttal witness, We've heard from the defense's giving. The prosecution would now like to call the other 90%.
Hey, what's up, bud? That plea bargain's still on the table.
Okay, right there. I think we can jump ahead right here. Thank you, sir. You may leave. Will the defendant stand? Frank Donovan, you are charged with loving your money more than God. We have heard testimony from your money today, and by your own suggestion, from your givings. Mr. Donovan, do you own a Bible?
Yes, Your Honor.
Had you looked at it more carefully, you would have realized that Jesus himself proclaimed the deceitfulness of the money that you so deeply loved. He also said that you cannot serve two masters. You cannot love both God and money. It seems your choice is clear, Mr. Donovan. You are not who you claim to be, a generous person. Therefore, I have no choice but to find you guilty. 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 Guilty.